Turn it around. It has risen, but we need to get down there quickly so we can do a jumping for joy with the sunrise before it goes up into the clouds, right? So, buenos dias. Just drinking the rest of my green juice. Monday morning here, guys. 6:30 a.m. Southeast Queensland in Australia. I can take this off. This is my gardening shirt. Guys, my voice has gone all funny. I think I've got sinus. I've got sniffles happening. Anyway. Gardening shirt. So, I don't get sunburnt. That's the idea of it. Now, we need a hat. Guys, I cleaned my car yesterday. There was so much sand in it. It was not funny. I guess that's the, happens when you go to the beach, right? And go walking on the sand. All right, so we need water. Oh, right. Let's go. Yay, look at the sunrise. What is that? Oh, hello beach. Oh. Hey Heather, how you going? Hey Mike, how you going? Guys, just let me have a couple of moments with this beautiful sunrise. It's about to go above the clouds. I can make an interesting jumping for joy, I think. So I got my tripods out. Now I don't know why, but I lost my old phone. This is how I take my jumping for joys, right? So flip you around for a second. Can you see the sunrise? There we go. That's pretty cool, actually. All right. Press record. We're recording. I'll be back, guys. G'day guys. I'm just plugging you in. All right. Hey Nicola, how you going? Welcome to the new day, the new week actually. This is Southeast Queensland in Australia, guys. So my friend Heather and Nicola And Mike, they know this is Australia. Well, a region in Australia, right? Australia's quite big. There's my friend Tony. Isn't it beautiful that I get to say hello to people? Like, at the moment I'm technically living by myself because Diego's away. That's my friend Tony, and I just gave him a wave and he's waved me. Isn't it beautiful? I love that, you can be walking along the beach and then you get a nice hello from someone. I mean, you guys said hello to me too. You guys mattered too. Like, you said hello to me too, so I shouldn't take that for granted, right? So good morning, guys, or good afternoon for Heather. She's in Ireland. And Mike is in Minnesota. So it's Sunday afternoon for you guys. And Nicola is in Italy. Isn't that beautiful? Like, you guys are in Italy, the States, Ireland, watching my sunrise. I think that's kind of beautiful, guys. And, I get to say good morning to you guys. We catch up on your life. You get to hear, the adventures of Dora. So Mike, here we go. Some guy out there on his kayak. He's fishing. Have you got a setup like that, Mike? Oh, and Deb's there too. Hello, Deb. And then we've got Deb from Texas. So we've got Minnesota, we've got Texas, we have Italy, and we've got Ireland. That's pretty cool, I've got to say. How are you today, Deb? That is really quite beautiful. I love the clouds. I know I should actually stop and look at that for a little bit. But no, we've got to walk actually, guys. We've got a 45-minute walk. And technically we have to, try to get our heart rate up, guys, because 45 minutes outside walk for 75 hard. We're on day 28. And if you can hear my voice, guys, I think I don't know if I've got just sinus. I never get sinus though. I didn't get a sore throat, guys. I just got the sniffles over the weekend. And yesterday I started getting a headache. Like, maybe my nose is all congested and I'm getting a headache. And I woke up with a headache again this morning. It's not like me, guys. So, with 75 hard, this morning I kind of did feel like sleeping in, I'm going to be honest. But, with 75 hard, if you're sick and you don't do a day, well, you just got to start again, right? So here I am. Hey, see you, Heather. Oh, I'll be fine, Heather. I think I'm just, our body tells us signs, right? So maybe it's just telling us I need a little bit more rest. Hey, Wendy, how you going? Oh, Wendy. Wendy's my mate. Oh my gosh, what was your not SpongeBob, oh my gosh. See, now I've completely forgotten your actual other handle now, Wendy, which is not Wendy. It's my friend from Western Australia. Hey, Miss Paula, how you going? Welcome to your future, guys. Your future is beautiful. Just saying, guys. Hi, Angie. Jazz, how you going? Good morning, Jazz. Day 22, mate. Day 22. Woo-oo. Gotta say, I love the 20s. Do we feel like we're in our 20s, Jazz? I reckon we do, don't we? Jazz, guys, Jazz is obviously everyone knows Jazz. I mean, we don't need to introduce, right? Well, some people might. We've got Life of Wonder. I don't know who you are, but thank you for being on the live. But I should introduce. So Jazz Nomad TV is my friend from the UK, but she's originally from Gabon. She's lived in France, so she's really kind of French, right? But she lives in the UK. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that sparkle, guys. Oh, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. That is gorgeous. So Jazz is doing a version of 75 hard, her version, which is 75 balance. So if you're interested in what that means, you should check out Jazz Nomad TV. So that is actually her handle, Jazz Nomad TV. If you don't know her, you should get to know her. But she's on day 22. I'm on day 28 of 75 hard. And I was just saying, guys, that I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. I could hear it in my ears. I've got the sniffles and it's kind of giving me a bit of a headache. So I don't normally get sick, guys. I don't know if I am sick. Oh gosh, that is beautiful. Oh wow, guys. The future is shining for you guys, just saying. The future is shining. So guys, peace. We're in Australia. This is southeast Queensland in Australia. So this is Monday morning, 6:41 a.m. And I have to keep on walking, guys, because I've only got 45 minutes to do my outside exercise. So part of 75 hard is you have to do 2 45-minute sessions, and there must be a 3-hour break to count it in between. So for example, you can't go hiking for 4 hours and count that as 2 sessions, basically. So this morning, I'm going to be honest, with this, like, my nose is all congested, guys. I don't like talking about sickness, guys, okay? But anyway, this is like my dear diary. So this morning, I got my reading done. It was very hard to concentrate with my reading this morning. So, but I got it done. I got my 10 pages. Actually, I think I read 12 pages. I was really getting into the book. And I will talk about that, actually. I'm reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's an amazing book. But sinuses, right? I don't normally have sinuses, but this weekend I have sinuses. And it's giving me a headache. I was actually thinking that I would go back to sleep this morning. I have a late start for work, and I'm even contemplating not going to work today, guys. So at the same time, I'm trying to get my 75 hard done, because if I don't do the exercise today, I have to go back to day 1. And I'm a bit of a stubborn bitch. But I figured that, going for a walk on the beach would really be good for my soul. Probably holding the phone and talking to you guys on a live, probably don't need to do that. But I did want to say hello, guys. I know you like to see the sunrise. And it was so beautiful that I thought, you know what, let's hold the phone. I might go for the whole, however long. I'm feeling okay. So, there's a fine line between looking after yourself, ignoring, like your sicknesses, and being good to yourself. If that makes any sense, guys. And 75 hard, you've got to drink a gallon of water, which is like 3.7 litres of water for me. That's no problem. I'm actually finding that I'm doing that well. I haven't peed myself, haven't peed the bed. I do go to the toilet a lot. But I'm finding, guys, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I just want to stop and look at that, but I have to keep on walking, guys. I have to keep on walking. No, we've got a couple of minutes, guys. We've got a couple of minutes. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. So, what was I saying? A fine line. So, in this book, if anyone's read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, very famous guy from Germany, he does a lot on YouTube. Every day there's kind of a conscious video that he does. He's amazing. Amazing. But you have to be in the right mode to want to listen to him. He's got an unusual accent. He's German, right? And when I first heard of him, I couldn't get into him. It wasn't the right time for me. But I have got into him now. And I'm now reading his book, The Power of Now. So with 75 hard, you need to read 10 pages of some kind of, self-help, businessy kind of book to, better your brain, right? And I tell you guys, that has been the most fantastic thing about 75 hard for me, is the reading. My brain is so switched on. I don't know about you guys, but I spend a lot of time scrolling on this phone on YouTube. And my mode now is, first thing in the morning, I get up. I don't get up, sorry. My alarm's set to 5:15 in the morning, and I read 10 pages of my book. I don't scroll. I haven't even looked at my notifications this morning. I'm just gone straight down here to get my, 45 minutes exercise in, outdoors. And I think it's really been good for me mentally. I'm not saying that YouTube's bad for you mentally. I'm just saying that, everything in moderation, right? I would hate to look at my phone and see, you can see your screen time, and it sees what apps you're actually using a lot of. And I probably ignore them and go, I don't want to look at that, because I know fully well that my watch time on YouTube would be horrendous. You know, and I work full time. So, you know, and like I even found myself, guys, in between like breaks at work, I'd quickly look on the phone and I would see someone on a live. Like I've seen my friend, I'm sorry, I'm going to use Miss Paula, if Miss Paula's still there. Miss Paula does retirement. She does lives. It's hilarious. So she does washing up lives. It's hilarious. So like, you know, I just happen to, you know, scroll on the phone. I automatically go to subscriptions and I go to lives so I can see if my friends are live. That's how I find out if you guys are live. And I see Miss Paula washing up and it's hilarious. I don't know if it's about your accent, but I just find she's just funny, guys. If you don't follow Miss Paula Does Retirement, Mrs. Paula Does Retirement, she's grown up, you should check her out. Her handle's in there. She's very funny. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is it distracts me. So I'm going to be honest, guys, right now, I'm not sorry, but I'm not watching much YouTube. So if you don't see many comments from me, that's because I'm living my best life right now. So here's my little Lavender's Rock. I give it a kick. See the heart? So Jazz has heard of Eckhart Tolle. So yeah, Eckhart Tolle talks about, in The Power of Now, well, the section I'm up to is going into your unconscious self and into your body. Now, it's interesting. I've learnt this from a friend of mine that was a life coach, and she was probably life coaching on me. And I've got to say, I thank her. Her name is Lynn, and she's passed away now over a year ago of cancer, and she was the most amazing person. I met her, it's a funny story, guys. I met her on a swing bar, not a swing club, guys, just head out of the gutter, a swing bar. So in Mexico, like you do, because I was living in Mexico, and my life had kind of gone to shit, when really it's probably going together. But anyway, I was living in Mexico, and it's called Puerto Venturas, which is not really Mexico. It's like a gated community for the Canadians and Americans to live in a gated community. But it's a pretty cool little place, and it's where I was working. I was selling timeshare, and I just moved over, and I kind of landed on my feet. A girlfriend had even supplied me accommodation for a couple of weeks till I found her somewhere to live. And I found this really cool apartment, right? So here's Dora. She was 38 years old, and she was living her best life. She was just broken up with her boyfriend of 10 years. She was, sad. Many things. I just also been made redundant out of a job that was really holding me together. I was a bit of a... That's when my friend actually, my Mexican friend, Anna, best friend of mine. So I've lived in Mexico when I was 25 also. So that's why I can have a best friend in Mexico. And she told me I need to read Eckhart, some Eckhart Tolle books or get him on YouTube. And I did look him up, but I couldn't get into him. It wasn't the right time for me. So it's not for everyone, and it might not be for you at this time of your life, but it could be. So I thoroughly recommend him, just like my friend Anna did to me. And so my story about my life coach, how I met her, was in Puerto Venturas. It has a marina because, like I said, it's like an expat kind of place where people that, are flying, what do they call it? Snowbirds? Yeah, snowbirds. So like from Canada, where in winter it's freezing cold, right? So they go south. I don't know if they call it snowbirds. There's a word for it. I don't know. But anyway, they would fly south to Mexico, where they have apartments and condos. So it's very glammy. It's not like the real Mexico, I'm going to be honest. But anyway, I was working in this community in a timeshare resort, so it made sense that I was living there, because when I first got there, that's where the motel was that I was living in for free. So my friend put me up there. So I've got some good friends, guys. And again, I met this friend when I was living in Mexico 25 years ago, actually. I was 25, and my first experience was living in Mexico, selling timeshare, and I tell you, it was an experience. Anyway, things come full circle, right? So a friend, I'm telling many stories here, guys, if you can catch up, my brain. So in this kind of moment of my life where I'd broken up with my boyfriend, I was separating a house, it was fucking tragic, right? I was drinking way too much alcohol. Then I lost my job. It wasn't my fault, but, you know, obviously a lot of my friends in the management roles that I was in all lost their jobs all at the same time. It was pretty tragic. I was the youngest of all of them, and I was going through, a big kind of mental breakdown in ways, right? From, my identity of breaking up with a boyfriend. At 38, I thought, oh shit, this is so embarrassing, I can't hold a boyfriend. Stupid, right? I know that. But anyway, I put a post on Facebook and said, thinking about coming to Mexico, does anyone know any jobs? And literally 10, 15 minutes later, I had a message from my friend Maru, who's now quite high up in timeshare, actually owns timeshare resorts herself, said, hey, I've actually got a new sales deck opening in 2 weeks. Come in 2 weeks. I'll have accommodation for you for a couple of weeks till you get yourself sorted. This is the resort, and the motel's in Puerto See ya. That was it. So literally, I was like, fuck, okay, let's go. So here I am. I just got my first apartment. It was amazing. It was, I'm trying to think how much, it was 8,000 pesos a month, which is back then, it was about $800 a month, which is $200 a week, guys. It's unheard of. It was really cheap for what it was. And I got a gym membership too to the Omni Hotel and Bar Resort. So that was on the beach. Now, I'm talking the most amazing beach you've ever seen. Aqua water, white sands. Oh my gosh. The Mexican Riviera from Cancun all the way down to Tulum has some of the best water and beaches you've ever seen. Some. There are other locations that are just as gorgeous, right? Not just saying that Mexico has the best beaches, but they do. So anyway, I'm, getting on with my life, transitioning into kind of single girlhood, and I'm at a little bar with some girlfriends that I'm working with. We are having cocktails. And now this is like a little palapas. I don't know if you know what that is, like a little straw hut. It's like a makeshift bar. It's on the marina. So in this marina you have, and I hate this, they have swimming holes, like tanks, where they hold dolphins. Now at first I thought this was really cute. I thought, oh my gosh, I get to walk past these dolphins every day. They're so cute. And all the tourists come and swim with them. No heat, guys, if you've swam with them. Okay, I get it. I wanted to do it too. But these guys are trapped. They're born into this, or they're captured and then put into these tanks to swim around with humans. It's very sad. And then you watch them at the end of the day when all the tourists have gone, and you're walking via the marina just before dinner. It's really quiet. There's not many people around. And you see these dolphins, and I swear to God, one day I wanted to jump in and see if I could have to save a dolphin, because it was lying on its side and its eye was just looking at me like it was dead. And it broke my heart. I was like, that movie Free Willy? Like, they free the whale shark. Not whale shark, they free I don't know what kind of whale it is. Killer whale, I think. It's an amazing movie. But I wanted to do that too. So how can I, get the dolphin out myself and then get it out? I didn't, obviously. I probably would have got it arrested. But I should have tried. And they still have those aquarium, that tank there. I just don't think they're as popular as they used to be, guys. I think there's more awareness around the fact that, caging animals is just so sad. And then, swimming with them and holding their fins and, being a circus act with an animal is not cool. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm at this marina. So I'm painting the picture, guys. It's actually quite spectacular, even though you've got, dolphins trapped in the middle. But the sunset's over the water of the marina. It's stunning. And then, obviously, at sunset, all the bars get lively, right? So not only expats live in this area, many people come even though it's gated, you can come through and, you know, they just kind of check who you are. But, you know, so many tourists go in there just for dinner and drinks. They had Italian restaurants and Mexican restaurants and many things, but many bars. And they have this bar called Mangoes, which was a makeshift palapas with swings. So, so imagine like sitting up at the bar, but you're in a swing. You're swinging back and forth. That's a great movement, right? It was so cool. So cool. So here I am with some other girlfriends, new girlfriends, just, you know, having a joy, you know, making new friends. It's a fun time of my life to make new friends. And you're in Mexico. Everything's amazing, right? The drinks are flowing. Yeah. Anyway, so across from me is a lovely lady who's got an English accent. But she's like, oh, you know, my name's Lynn. And she was with some girlfriends. And they were from the UK too. Anyway, I didn't really get to know too much about her, but she's like, oh, you know, I told her a little bit about me. And she's like, oh, you know, we're here for a couple more days. You want to catch up with us to have dinner, you know? What's your Facebook, things? And we'll exchange Facebook pages, right? Anyway, I got a message from her like a day later saying, hey, we're going out for dinner and drinks tonight. Do you want to come? Oh, yeah, sure. So I met up with her and her 3 friends. And yeah, it was amazing. And she ended up going back to Canada. Actually, guys, this is a bad story. This is the first time I've drunk drive. I don't recommend this, right? But in this gated premier area, it's very golfy. It's got golf courses, right? So yeah, expats, they love golf, right? Anyway, so they had a golf cart, because that's what you do. You hire a golf cart, you go to dinner, you get totally smashed off your brain on wine and beer, and then you drive the golf cart back to your condo. That's what people do. Now, I didn't have a golf cart, right, guys? I just walked back to my apartment. It was like, you know, a 15 minute walk. It wasn't far. Nothing's far in this little community. But I was like, I've never driven a golf cart. They're like, you can drive it. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was a little drunk. I mean, I'm not saying I'm proud of this, guys, but it was funny. Maybe I am saying I'm proud of this. No, I don't know. Anyway, shouldn't drink drive, guys. Even if it's not like a car. It's probably more terrible because it's got no sides, right? If I rolled it, it would be more dangerous. Anyway, I wasn't going to roll it. I drove really quite slowly. But it was funny. Okay, not proud of that moment. Wow. Hey, Gina, how you going? Hey, Wendy, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Oh my gosh. You know who I'm talking. I know who you are, but I just can't remember your name. Hey, Nana Ange, how you going? So guys, I'm just taking a bit of a story about how I met, long story short, me and stories, how I met this amazing person called Lynn, who introduced me to the power of going within your body and kind of healing itself in ways. And this is a practice that Erhard Tolle talks about in his book, The Power of Now, that I'm reading through the 75 Hard that I'm doing. So, like, you know, stories become, you know, intertwined, right? So anyway, I met and became really good friends with this lady, Lynn. And over the process of my first 6 months of living in Mexico, she then came back to Canada, and then she came back with her husband, maybe a month later, because they were buying an apartment there. So they were, you know, having to do a bit of market research, right? So they decided to buy an apartment in Port Aventuras, where I was living. So that was convenient. So, you know, I was able to see her a lot more often. We became very good friends on Messenger, right? As you do when you're Facebook friends. And I started learning that she was a life coach. I didn't really know what that was. And my life was a little bit still chaotic. Oh, guys, are we going to end up with wet feet? You know what, guys? I don't think I'm going to take it on today, guys. Sorry. I would normally jump that, guys, but head is sore and I'm on a mission. I don't want wet feet because I've got to go straight after this to volunteer at the herb garden. So I'm being a bit precious. Okay, so anyway, yeah, she's doing life coaching on me, guys, because I'm still a little bit of a broken mess. I think we all are, from this breakup of 10 years and losing my job. I took it very personally. It was my identity, which is really sad that a job is your identity, right? But I can see back now that my job was my identity because I wasn't happy in the relationship I was in. And in the end of that relationship, one of the best trips I've ever done, if Nicola's still there, so Nicola's Recipes, she lives in Italy at the moment, but she's actually Malaysian, just living outside of Kuala Lumpur. And Kuala Lumpur is the capital of Malaysia. Now, oh, look at that sea glass, guys. We're not going to pick it up. Sidetracked. Okay, so I needed time out. I was, in a really bad state in my relationship. We were talking about breaking up. But, when you're with someone for 9 years or something, and you own a house, a mortgage, a dog, furniture, it's kind of hard to break up. It's very sad that I thought like that, but that's how I thought. And I just couldn't, figure out, I wasn't happy in my relationship, and it was never going to get any better. People don't change, not that often. And, so anyway, I took myself off for a month in Malaysia. So guys, Malaysia is not a very huge country. It's got a lot of islands, like Indonesia. It's right next to Indonesia. They speak Bahasa Malay, which is very similar to Bahasa Indonesian. Now, I'm half Indonesian. As you see, I have kind of Asian features. And now that I'm older, I embrace those features, right? When I was younger, I used to get a lot of shit. Even some of my girlfriends used to call me squint eyes and stuff. It's not real, it's not cool. And I should have stuck up for myself a lot more when I was younger, but I was very young and shy. I was like an ugly duckling. I was tall, skinny, and anyway, I was a different person. And anyway, so a lot of guys and girls used to give me shit about having squint eyes or Asian or your mum's, full Asian. In Australia, we can be quite racist. I'm going to be honest. We can be quite racist. And I'm a 16-year-old girl with a really weird name, Mutiara. It was hard, guys. It was hard. Anyway, I developed a tough skin, right? So Mutiara in Indonesian means pearl. So it's not an Australian or English term, but it means pearl. So in Margaret, in Gaelic, in the Irish accent, means pearl too. So you could call me Margaret, but I don't think I look like a Margaret. Not really. Hi, it's from Scotland. Hi, Zun. Zun Comedy Reggae. That's interesting. Do you do comedy and reggae on your channel? Cool. Oh, you're Maggie. So really, your name is Pearl. Oh, Maggie. No, Maggie is short for Margaret, right? So I was just saying that Mutiara is my real name. Means pearl. So Maggie, you're Pearl. Anyway, so this story is long, guys. I'll just turn it around. Guys, we're in southeast Queensland. So welcome Zun and Leroy. Southeast Queensland in Australia. The sun has just risen. It's 7:04 a.m. on Monday morning. And where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so in a month. So anyway, so I've been to Indonesia quite a few times. I've never lived there because my mum's Indonesian, right? But she's lived most of her life now in Australia. My dad's Australian. And so I decided that I'd take myself to Malaysia for a month. And like most of my trips, I don't do a huge lot of research. I mean, I know there's places I want to go, but I kind of roughly map out where I'm going. But with this trip, it was such a quick trip, like as in it was a month, and I just went, you know what? I'm going on holidays, and asked for time off with my boss. I went, yep, okay, I'm out of here. So it was kind of a very quick turnaround. So I didn't really do a lot of research. This is how it was. On the plane, I was flying to Kuala Lumpur, and I didn't realise, but the plane was actually going to stop in Singapore for I don't know why, but it did. And we had to get off the plane. When they stop there, you got to get off the plane and then get back on it again. It might only be a half an hour turnaround, but they were obviously dropping people off. I didn't realise this. So when I was on the plane flying over, I was reading a magazine and it talked about this island called Bintan. Bintan Island, if you've ever heard of that island. Bintan Island It's actually just off Singapore, but it's not Singaporean. It's actually Indonesian. Anyway, so my plan was to hit a few of the islands around Malaysia. Like, I'd previously been to an island called Langkawi, kind of north of the capital of Kuala Lumpur. Beautiful island, just below Thailand. They're very, very tropical, very gorgeous. And I was kind of like, it was my happy place. I wanted to go back there. But then there's all these other islands. So Malaysia, if you have a look at a map of Malaysia, there's actually a lot of islands. So, hey, Vicky, how you going? So I'm just gas bagging here, Vicky. So you'll keep up. So anyway, this month, you know, I had roughly the ideas of where I was going. I was going to islands, right, off Malaysia, and I can speak a little Malay because, you know, I can speak a little bit of Indonesian, same language. Not great at it, but I can understand the basics, right? I can say where's the toilet. So, and I can bargain. Mahal. Anyway, so so flying over, I see this island called Bintan Island, and they announce over the speaker that we're going to stop at Singapore. I'm like, oh shit, I can get off in Singapore instead of having to go to Kuala Lumpur, which is higher up, because there's a couple of islands down near Singapore, which is next to Malaysia, because Singapore's kind of on the bottom of Malaysia, right? There's an island called Tiaman Island and Rindan Island. So I was like, okay, so instead of flying all the way up to here and then travelling down, I can get off here at Singapore and go over, right? It's closer. But then I could also go to this little island here, which is called Bintan Island, which is Indonesian. And I'm half Indonesian. I'm like, yes, okay. So anyway, I got off the plane, and yeah, I went to this island called Bintan Island, and it's very, very beautiful. Yeah, so it wasn't what I expected, and yeah, I spent about 3 or 4 days there, and it was just a really nice place to chill. And considering I wasn't planning to go, didn't even know it existed, it was pretty cool. And then I made my way back to Singapore. Singapore's an interesting place, right? I spent 3 or 4 days in Singapore in February when I went to Indonesia with my mum, and on the way home, solo, I went and spent a couple more days in Singapore, and I had the best time. Most people just go to Singapore as like stopovers, like for one night, and don't spend much time there. I challenge you to stay longer in Singapore. It's actually a really interesting place. It is very expensive. Their economy is, wow. They've done well for themselves. When I was a younger little Dora, like 3 years old, my mum used to take us to Indonesia to show myself and my little sister off to the family. She would dress us the same, guys. So just think of like a little Dora and then a little Adora. Kind of look the same, I guess. Not really, but kinda. And we'd be dressed the same. My sister is like traumatized from being dressed the same. I thought it was just whatever. I don't care. You know, I didn't put much thought in it, right? My mum loved to dress us in these frilly dresses. And now my sister has a baby, a little girl called Naya, and she's 7 years old. And my mum is desperate to put little frilly dresses on her. But my sister will not have it at all. At all. She's like, no, she's not wearing these dresses. She can wear what she wants. My mum has got away with it a few times. So it's quite funny. But anyway, moral of the story is, I don't know what the story was, but Malaysia's an amazing place. And I had the best friggin' holiday of my life, travelling by myself, backpacking around the Malaysian islands. I even saw a bus that said Mutiara. Oh, this guy's, I think he's going to catch something. He's looking. Yep, hold on, guys. Let's see if he's hooked up anything. Oh, guys, we might just see someone. Where is he going to catch? Is he snagged or has he caught something? I don't know, we'll see. He's not like, oh yeah, here we go. What have we got? He's got nothing. He got nothing. All right, so we're turning around because it's a Nana Ange. So guys, Nana Ange nails it. Is my friend from Iowa. Now, she has a nail channel. It's very interesting, right? So this Wednesday afternoon, she does a live. Do you schedule your lives, Ange? Now, every fortnight she does a live, and I tell you, it's very interesting to watch. It's very high impact, as in like high energy. Ange is like, I thought I talked a lot. Holy shit, Ange, you win the lot. You win on that one. But it's very interesting. She does nails, right? Like, as in these nails, acrylic nails, gel nails. I think you do gel nails, right? And the last live I watched, she'd bought a whole lot of Halloween kind of stuff. So I'm actually really interested to see what you do for Halloween on your nails, like pumpkins and different things. So the last video I watched of Ange's was, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, that she lost her first grandbaby. Died. I think was stillborn. What was his name? Oh, started with T. Oh, I can't remember his name. It was very beautiful. She did a tribute on her videos to her first grandbaby. It was very beautiful, Ange. I was really sending you a hug. And I know you were, going through something that week. Well, not something. You were going through something. And she's blessed with another grandbaby, and she's got a new grandbaby on the way. So when is your new grandbaby due, actually? A little girl, right? You've got 2 boys, and then you've got a grandbaby boy, and then you've got a girl baby going to be born. Oh, Olive Joe. So guys, thank you for walking with me. We've got a little bit, probably got another 5-10 minutes left. It is 7:12 a.m. We've still got probably about 10-15 minutes left of my 45-minute walk outside. So thank you for accompanying me, because, honestly, I said, I was feeling very congested, and I really, if I had the choice, I probably would have went, nah, I'm going to stay in bed this morning. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The body. Her heart Tolly. Far out. My stories, right, guys? I don't apologise, guys. It is what it is. So I met this amazing human, Lynn, and she was life coaching me. She wasn't charging me. And she taught me this, she called it, I don't know what she actually called it, but she just said basically, go lie down on your back in bed, don't fall asleep, but go into your body and just kind of go in there. This is the practice she taught me, right? It's very similar to, if you've read The Power of Now, or if you're going to read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, he teaches this practice of going within your body and relaxing your body and visualizing waves and just, really relaxing your body and going in every part. So it's very similar to this exercise that my friend taught me, Lynn, and it's amazing. I've done this for now the last probably 12 years of my life. And if I've got a pain, like I have a sore knee, right? And I know it's sore because I've got it x-rayed and I've got, a diagnosis for it. But even with that, I still go within my body and I go in and I go, this is what I do, right? I'll talk to myself, right? In my body. I'll go, hi, it's Muriara here. How are you? How are you today? This is exactly what I do, guys. It sounds funny, right? Saying it out loud, but I do. And I'll go in, thank you feet, thank you ankles for, holding me upright when I walk. Thank you calves. And I'll get to my knees and I'll go, thank you knees. I know, my left knee. I know you're paining. It's okay. I walk you very hard. You know, I do these jumping for joys on the beach or anywhere that I feel called to. You know, I'm walking on the beach, I'm walking on bitumen, I do all these hikes. You know, I'll walk 35 kilometres in one day for a challenge. You know, I'll walk 30 kilometres on sand for my mental health for my friend Esther. So, you know, thank you, Nee, because, you know, that's a lot. And I appreciate you. And I just keep on going to that level of like, you know, I thank you, I appreciate you, I love you, I adore you. I know it's painful. That's why I elevate you sometimes and I put ice on you. I send you love. And, you know, then I thank the other knee that doesn't give me any pain. I say, thank you very much. Don't give me pain. No, but you know what I'm trying to say, guys. I thank my body. And I don't know if you guys do this or I don't know what you call it, but this is the bit I'm up to in the book of The Power of Now. Very similar practice. And this morning, after I read my 10 pages, and I probably read about 12 pages because I was really into it, I wanted to finish the chapter. And this is amazing, guys, because this girl hasn't read a book in friggin' years. And I've read one book already, and this book now is just so powerful for me right now. I'm loving it. So after I read the 10 pages, even though I knew I needed to get down to the beach, I needed to do a 45-minute walk before I do this volunteer work at the herb garden this morning on a Monday morning, and I've got a headache kind of thing, I've got sinus, anyway, blah, 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 right? So I lie down and I follow the practice that the book says. You lie down flat on your back and you start from your toes and you give thanks. Very similar to the practice I was taught, right? And then you kind of, you know, go all the way up your body and then you send waves down it just to relax it. So anyway, I did that this morning. It was quite nice. I mean, I think I need to get into it a little bit more. But I was trying to work on my headache because, you know, as I said, I'm a bit congested in the nose. So I think that's giving me a bit of a headache. So I was trying to, you know, see what was, you know, if there's anything in the back of that. But anyway, it was a really nice feeling, guys. And Eckhart Tolle talks about that you need to do that often to clear your body of, you know, just to make it lighter, basically. And I do feel lighter, guys, even though my nose is full of gunk. So anyway, yeah, I thoroughly recommend this book, guys. It's amazing. But like I said, it has to be ready for you. Like, yeah, 12, 13 years ago it was recommended to me and I didn't get into it. Though it would have been really good for me back then to get into it, but I just didn't get it. He's got an interesting accent. He's German. And when you listen to him, like, I just couldn't get past the voice. It was really weird of me to say that. I don't know why. But yeah, it just wasn't my right time. But anyway, so guys, oh, that's right. You've got two girls. Sorry, you've got two boys and you've got a girl baby and you've got another girl baby coming. So Ange. So Magnolia, that's a beautiful name. Magnolia, 1st of October. The new baby is due. Oh, right on. Oh, Magnolia will be 1 in October and the new baby is due in January. Beautiful. Hi, Kelsey. Life of Wonder, how are you? Miss Gina, I was actually on your live the other day, but I was watching and I was about to reply, or, you know, chat, and then I got sidetracked, but I was watching you while I was being sidetracked. What were you talking about? I'm trying to remember what you were talking about. Anyway, I was watching. Like I said, guys, I'm periodically not really around on YouTube at the moment. This 75 Hard has monopolised a lot of my time. I did do a live yesterday, guys. My friend Jazz, who's doing 75 balance. I'm doing 75 hard. She's doing 75 balance. If you want to know what that is, check out Jazz Nomad TV. But she's on day 22. I'm on day 28. And she was saying to me It'd be interesting to know what you do, how you make your salads, like what do you eat kind of thing through your week. So, you know, I'm not doing the 75 hard just to lose weight, guys. But, you know, everyone does it for different reasons, right? But it wasn't just to lose weight. I was really in a bad mindset of drinking a lot of Pepsi before I was, doing the 75 hard. Just before I turned 50, I tried to do my own version of 75 hard, but it was 55 days till I turned 50. So I went, okay, my own version, right? I'm going to do 55 days hard. And I made my own version up. And I actually lost a fair bit of weight, guys. So I wanted to be on my 50th birthday. I know this is very vain of me, guys, but I'm being honest, right? This is I share my experiences. I wanted to be fucking amazingly fit by 50. And I thought about doing this at 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 49 and a half. Then I waited to 55 days before I turned 50 to think about this idea. So yeah, didn't give myself a lot of time. But I thought, you know what? You don't turn 50 every day or every year. Let's look pretty good for 50, right? And we've got to get that good photo, right, for your 50th. I don't even know if I have a good photo of that night. Anyway, I was dancing, actually. That was funny. Anyway, that's another story. But, so I lasted till about 45 days. No, maybe. Actually, I did 50 days, guys, because I went to Samoa for my birthday with Diego, and I wasn't drinking. And that's how come I probably lost the weight, because I wasn't drinking. And and we got to this place at the bottom of Samoa, and we were staying in a place, they were called Falays. So see this here, guys. See this kind of sunny, it's like I don't know what you call this, shelter, a sun shelter? But think about that, and they put tarps on 3 sides. That is a falay. So in Samoa, in the South Pacific, you stay in these kind of buildings, and they have, like, they've just they're makeshift, and they have a bed in the middle. No aircon, guys. It's just, you're sitting on top of the water, basically. The water just comes all the way up under it. It's amazing. It's like like what you pay for, like the the bungalows over the water in Maldives, but for $80, I think. Actually, it was $60 a night. Hey, Maddie, how you going? Maddie, we didn't see any pelicans, but let me show you what I have. We have my ducks. 2 ducks. How are you, Maddie? So Maddie's my friend from Arizona. She does diamond art, guys. If you're interested in diamond art, check out Maddie. Maddie with 2 ducks. So she changes her handle a bit. Sometimes it's Maddie the duck queen. Okay, it's 7:23. I'm just going to do a little stretch, and then we're going to volunteer. Hey Susan, how you going? I never celebrated my birthday, although I do bake my favourite bundt cake. What's a bundt cake? Yeah, what is a bundt cake? So Maddie says, I'm a 17-year-old that drinks 3 cans of Dr. Pepper a day. Oh my gosh, Maddie, take it from a 50-year-old that loves Dr. Pepper. Oh my God, 3 cans a day? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. It's like Pepsi, it's a lot. Not good for you, not good for you. So guys, I'm gonna go. I'm just doing a bit of a stretch. Sorry, it's been a lot. No, I'm not sorry, guys. I've got sniffles, just giving me a headache, and I still have to do the exercise, so I've just done that. Tick. I've done my 10 pages today. I've started drinking water. I think I'm just going to go volunteer at the herb garden for say hello and just stay away from people, because I think I might be toxic. I don't know. And I think I actually might not go to work today, guys. I think I might just stay home and, do a bit of self-care. Anyway, see how I go. Am I toxic? I don't know. I don't have a sore throat. I just have sniffles. I don't know why. I don't know. Could it be, what's this time of year? It's like when all the You get sniffles from, I don't know what you call it. I don't have it. Hay fever. I don't have hay fever, but maybe I have. I don't know. I'm doing a half-ass stretch. Anyway, oh, that's what I need to do. I cleaned my car yesterday, guys, and I can't put sand in it anymore. I have to just clean my shoes off. All right. So guys, thanks for watching. And I will see you probably Wednesday morning, guys. I won't be around tomorrow. Anyway, have a good day. Have a good day, Susan. People in Australia, have a great Monday. I'll leave you with a lasting thought of the beach, not my head. It's beautiful out there. Absolutely beautiful. So, Queensland, or Redcliffe, is shining today, guys. Absolutely shining. Absolutely beautiful. So thanks for doing the 45 minutes with me this morning. I appreciate you listening to my stories, my gabba, that I call it. Hey, Doran, how you going? So guys, look how clean the back of my car is. I mean, I know it's, pathetic that I think that. This is my adventure mobile, guys. Oh, actually, I need my sunscreen, actually, guys, for when I go do my volunteering this morning. Sunscreen, I always talk, guys, about putting chemicals on your bodies. This stuff is really bad, but I spray it on my arms. Actually, I don't need to today, guys. I bought a shirt. Oh my God. Let me talk about that. Oh, whoops. So I talk about, guys, that I don't like to use toxins, like chemicals, on my plants when I grow my plants, right? And I always talk about, like, when you put stuff on your skin, like that goes straight through your skin into your bloodstream really fast. So like this stuff, right? Neutrogena. If you look on the back of this stuff, it's full of a lot of shit, carcinogenics and crap. Yes, I have it because my need to be not sunburnt, I don't know. I'll get there, right? If I could make my own sunscreen, I would, and I know you can, and I will get there. And I talk about bug spray, like when you go hiking, and like it's spring here, so the mosquitoes are out. Summer, it's going to be like chaotic with mosquitoes, and I react badly, my skin. So you got to always wear stuff. And if you use this toxic spray, it's really bad. Like, it's bad. You smell that in, it's bad. So I've got this natural odorless one, natural outdoor spray. And it's just got like citronella. If I could read this properly, let me read it. It's got water, something, oh man, I'm shocking, I can't read this properly. It's got peppermint, I don't know, cinnamon, geranium, wow. It's got a lot of natural biotics in it, which is really cool. Like, we can use natural biotics. That's why I'm doing this volunteering at the Herb Club, guys, because I want to learn more about herbs and like its medicinal purposes. Like, like you can have lavender and it helps you like sleep, right? I use lavender spray and I spray it over the bed before I go to bed, and it just puts you in that beautiful mode of sleeping. It's really good for you. So yeah, that's why I'm volunteering this morning at Herb Club. Though, yeah, as I said, I'm a bit nasally. And yeah, so I don't know how long I'm going to last. But yeah, instead of putting spray on my arms, I'm going to put that back in. I'm going to wear a long sleeve shirt, right? This is like a hiking shirt I use. It's not very attractive, but I'm not about being attractive, right? Let me just put that there. Let me show you, if you stay there. So it's got like, I'm not sponsored, guys, I'm just being an idiot. But this is what I do instead of wearing sunscreen. And I'm allergic to bees, guys, so I take this with me when I'm hiking. Oh, it's quite warm. It feels a bit warm. So anyway, then I don't have to put that toxic stuff on my arms, right? I just need to put the toxic stuff on my face, just here, with a hat. So I try to limit the toxic stuff you put on your face, and your body. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And I was just trying to show you how I cleaned my car, and there was like so much sand in it, it was ridiculous. But anyway, there's worse things in life, right, guys? There's worse things in life. But yeah, it's nice when you clean your car, guys, because like it just feels like I spend a lot of my time in my car, so it's like cleaning your office. It kind of, you know, makes your space feel, I don't know, organised. So, have a bit more water, have my electrolytes. So I've drank 1 litre of water already this morning. So with 75 hard, you need to drink a gallon of water, which is 3.7 litres of water. So when you drink that much water, you should put electrolytes back in your waters too, just because you're losing a lot of water. You're peeing a lot. I also sweat a lot because, you know, I'm out exercising. It says 23 degrees outside right now. I'm cheating, I'm putting aircon on. How much water did I drink? I didn't drink that much water, guys, on that walk. And I have my protein powder now. Now, I just make sure the lid is on because that was the other reason why I had to clean my car yesterday, because I did a shake of my protein powder and it went, yep, all over my car. So let's just make sure the lid's on. And what I do is I open the car up, just for good measure, guys, because this is tried and tested. I've done this many times and spilt it. So that there is remnant of spilt protein powder. I don't know how to get that out. I should get a toothbrush. So lid's definitely on. So yeah, how I get my waters in is I have a green powder in the morning. Actually, guys, I'm gonna go because it's 7:30 and I'm supposed to be volunteering. So guys, thank you for, it's 1 degree, it's 23 degrees here. Wow. So everyone, High Country Homestead is my friend Susan. She's from the Alpine region of Victoria and it's one there. So it's friggin' cold. Now guys, something very exciting is happening tomorrow afternoon your time. Most of you are in the Northern Hemisphere. So my friend is Susan. So High Country Homestead, the link is there, High Country Homestead. Click on the link, click if you can, or just type in High Country Homestead. Or is actually Susan, can you put the link to your scheduled live in the chat? Then people can go click on it. So guys, Susan is doing her very first live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Australia. So if you're in Victoria, Sydney, New South Wales or Queensland, it is 9 a.m. And Susan is going live on Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Okay, so we're waiting for you, Susan. So all you need to do, Susan, is go to your scheduled post and in the little dots, you right click on that and it'll say share link, not share post, share link. And then you come back and then in comments, just paste it. And then guys, so our friend Susan, High Country Homestead, she lives in the Alpine region of Australia. And, you know, that's exciting itself, because a lot of people don't think Australia has alpine regions. They think it's all desert flat or beaches, but it's very diverse. And Susan lives in a very diverse place. Now, she has a homestead, which means that she has like an old home, and she does like homesteading. She lives off the land, she has cows, she has a llama, she has chickens. She literally hardly ever leaves the land. She left it on Saturday to go shopping. But she doesn't go shopping for like, you know, 1 week's worth of stuff. She buys it for like a little while. And yeah, so she doesn't need to leave the home. She barters with her friends and family. So when she needs some like whether it's 1 degree, she needs to basically have lots of firewood, right? Okay, guys, there's the link. It didn't give me the option of sharing link. Maybe this will work. Okay, so guys, if you just click on that, I can't read it, but I'm sure it has a link to Susan's High Country Homestead's page. So if you go onto that page, if you go to her live list, on the top, it'll have a scheduled post. If you click on the notification, it'll tell you what time that is in your region. So you click on that, and then you can be notified also when it's on. So I'm just telling you it's 9 a.m. Eastern Australian time, but most of you guys are in the Northern Hemisphere. So whatever time it is now, by an hour and a half in the future. But tomorrow, that helps you, okay? So guys, I filmed the trip to the shops. Okay, yeah, she filmed the trip to the shops. So guys, I'm gonna put the phone down, give you time, guys, to click on the link, and then, you know, have a little chat to Susan and say that you'll be there to support our friend. I'll be working technically, but I'll be driving, so I'll have the phone on, and my client will get, she'll get to meet you. But I won't be chatting in there. Anyway, guys, I'm probably not going to go to work today anyway. I don't know what the hell I've got, but anyway, we'll get rid of it. So guys, I'll leave the chat going, but I'm driving. So guys, click on the link. Susan, actually, Mike, if you can do me a favor, if you could go to Susan's link, her and scheduled post, and if you could right click on it, and then you can post it in here too, or whoever's in there, if they could help us out. I'm sure you could, you could share it. So I know I can share it. I'll share it on my community post. That's another thing. I'll share it on my community post, guys. But yeah, if you could go straight after this, just go there, because I'm finishing. I'm putting you down. So tomorrow we're going to see Susan's homestead, basically. She's going to take us for a walk around her yard. She might introduce us to the alpaca, which I'd really like to meet, and see the chickens. It all depends, like, I mean, this is all trial and error. Like, this is her first live. So, you know, she's got to figure out, you know, like some areas will be patchy where she won't get reception. So she might drop out, and then she might have to come back again. These are the joys of going live, right? Like, I've tried and tested with my live walking on this beach that I walk on. I know fully well that if I go to a certain area on those beaches, it'll cut out. So it's very annoying, but this is just part of it. So guys, with my volunteer work this morning, I got a late start. So I could volunteer for like 2 hours at the herb garden. I'm just doing like, you know, weeding and like learning about herbs. So last week, I learned a lot about lavender, and I got three different types of lavender, and I should plant them this week. They've started to grow some roots, so I can now grow them. But considering there's a lot of older people in my group, I don't think it's probably a really good idea to be around older people if I might be contagious. I don't think I'm contagious, guys. But again, I'm just being, you know, thinking about other people. I'm feeling very congested. I don't have a sore throat, but my nose is like running like a tap. And if I am contagious of anything, I don't want to actually, give it to anyone. My God, there's another plant here called Zolra. Zorawer. Zora. I was like, Dorza. I just substitute the D for the Z. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, guys, if I had their phone number to the group, I would have messaged them and said, hey, I'm not going to come today. But it's the garden that my dad used to work in. So what I actually might do is I might go and just say, hey, look, guys, I'm not feeling very well. Can I have your phone number? That way I can tell you when I'm not coming. Because I like to do those kind of things, right? Because if you're volunteering, you want to, tell people that you're not turning up. I feel that's part of your obligation of, volunteering. And I might just take my phone for a little walk around the gardens. And I'm not going to do a live. I'm just going to be me, myself, in the gardens that my dad spent so much time in. So we're talking about the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens, guys. I have done a live from there. You'll find that in my live list. It's a special place. I don't go there often enough. It's a place I used to come looking for my dad when I wanted to say hello or, tell him something about my day. So my dad died 8 years ago. So it's still a very special place. His heart, well, some of his ashes are actually there, to be honest. We had a memorial for him and I put some ashes in little inkwells and I gave some of our family members some ashes and we all kind of walked around in separate places in the gardens and put the ashes down. And since that time, those dirt paths now have been tarred, so for people in wheelchairs could move around a little bit easier. And so technically my dad is embedded into the ground. It's kind of funny, really. So actually I can show you a little bit of it, guys. We'll walk in there because I'm going to be walking in there anyway, but I won't show you the interaction with the older ladies, if anyone's still there. Oh, there's still people there. So were you able to share the link, guys? Susan, this is strange. I do not know. I tried a couple of times. Okay, so a lot of people can't see it. Okay, don't worry, guys. I will share the link when I finish this live, guys. But I want to show you just walk into the garden, guys. And we'll see bats, guys. Okay, maybe I will take you on a little bit of a walk, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to actually volunteer to go up to Scotfield by finding self. We'll take our... So this is the gardens over here. I'll take you to in a second. But we have to put our shoes and socks back on. So it does feel like a bit of overkill that I just took my shoes off at the beach. But like I said, I'm trying to effortlessly make my car not such of a sand pit. Because it was a sand pit. So you can hear some kind of weird noises in the background. They've got bats, little bats that make lots of noise in this garden. Back in a second. I just had to blow my nose. Ugh. All right, we need a hat. What just do with my hat? There we go. Hat. Hat. They're That's a beautiful grevillea. All right. So over the back here is you can see some flowers over there. That's actually the herb garden there. I can see some of the ladies there already. They're probably saying, oh, that Muriara, she came 1 week for volunteer and she didn't come back. Yeah, but at least I'm turning up, guys. If I had their phone number, I would have rang them and said, hey, not feeling very good this day. And yeah, but I just think, sometimes, oh my gosh, this tree's amazing, guys. Look at this colour. Look at this. Look at the colours of this tree. Wow, that's amazing. That's a beautiful gum tree. I don't know the actual name of the gum tree, but it's amazing. So this is the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens, guys. So Peninsula Herb Group is where we're going today. Well, I will be going, but not volunteering. Redcliffe Botanical Gardens. So I just tell you here, it started in 1970, and it should tell you how big it is. I can't see I don't know, it's pretty big. So we're here, where are we here? No, we're here, and the herb garden is just here, number 23, but it's quite a big garden. It's got a little pond. It's really quite beautiful, guys. Ever have the opportunity to come here, free to come into. Beautiful daisies. They haven't opened up yet. When the sun comes, they'll open up. Oh, that's a beautiful mudgy wattle. Actually, I don't know. It's a different kind of wattle. I think we call that the silver wattle, because it's very silvery. Got a lot of melaleuca trees, paper barks. So this is my dad's riding. So even though my dad hasn't worked here for a million years, hasn't been here for over 8 years, because he died 8 years ago, right? That's his riding. That is called the Lubine Vegans Wanderer. So you'll see lots of little plaques with my dad's riding. So as I said, my dad is fully still here. It's rather beautiful, guys. And this is probably good for me right today when I'm not feeling that great to be here. So I don't want to put the ladies on live, right? But that's the herb garden just in here. This is the nursery. So I open on a Tuesday morning and a Saturday morning. But that noise you could hear up here, guys, that's the bats, guys. Where are they? Let me see if I get a better view. Oh, a little butterfly. Okay, here you go, guys. There's a better view here. There's the bats. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go and tell the ladies I'm not going to volunteer. And they're very loud. But look at this, guys. Look through here. It's so whimsical. So beautiful. So got a beautiful kind of pod in the middle here. So guys, when I get back in the car, I have to clean the bottom of my shoes because bats vomit. And they vomit like, it's like poo really. But yeah, you don't want that in your car. Oh, a few spider webs. So guys, this used to be, back in the 70s, a cow paddock. And they've kept the original cow, what do you call this? Cow yards. It's a cow yard. So it used to look a little bit better. Oh, this is a replica. But they've kept it as a history. It was originally last used in 1969. The cows, yeah, haven't been here since the 70s. But my dad petitioned to save it as a botanical gardens. So there was an original section over here that's older. I think the councilmen are in here today, guys. That's why there's a bit of noise, plus the bats. But over the back here is the original section. It's very beautiful. It's very more established. But there's barbecues, taps for water. It's very beautiful. You can come here and have barbecues. I used to have lots of barbecues here and picnics with my dad. So through the back here, you can see the ladies in the herb garden. Stockyard, yeah, stockyard. So anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go tell the ladies that, get a phone number, just say I'm not feeling up for it today. And yeah, I will love and leave you. Thank you for supporting my channel. And if you gave me a like on the channel, that'd be great. Oh, I've got 22 likes. Jeez, thanks guys. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And yes, I will share straight after this, in probably about 5 minutes, I'll share my community post, guys. Susan from High Country Homestead, I'll share her link to her live tomorrow morning. So in an hour's time, your time, but tomorrow afternoon is when Susan will go live. High Country Homestead is going live for her first time, and she'll introduce us to her house or her yard, her animals, her plants. Anyway, I think that excites me. So if you're not there, you're not there. If you are, I'll see ya. Guys, have a great day. Bye.